Namaskar and good afternoon, and thank you for all the wishes for this wonderful day today. And as we continue every year, we mention that it is not just one day that we observe as International Women's Day. Women should be respected throughout the year. So it is just observing this day as Women's Day, but yes, rest of the year also you would continue to, be with us. So we did the lamp lighting together, and I think Maiytryee, Sohini, Dr. Roychaudhury, Manoshi, and myself, we did this together. The men were complaining, so we said that the women do it. We don't do it one at a time. We do it all together. It's the men who fight, not the women. And then we gave the men a chance. But believe me, the battle is not between you and me. It's not between men and women. We want to do this journey together. And we just, when we fight or when we scream or when we actually try to raise our voice, it is just that we should be in this journey together. Not to leave you behind. We should not be left behind either. You mentioned about business, entrepreneurship, and that's what the conclave is about. Of course, I need to thank Pointers Business Forum. I was tremendously intrigued when Sohini is a very good friend of mine. Sohini came, she's the director of the, director liaison of the Business Forum. And when she mentioned that all of you belong to South Point School, so the odd one out is me. But all of you are alumni and entrepreneurs. Odd one out, the guests are the odd one out today. But to keep your entire family together and to keep in touch with the alumni one with the other, I think that's a great job. And also all of you are in Calcutta. I understand most of you are in Calcutta or in Bengal. But maybe there may be friends abroad who are joining in for this two-day conference. It's huge. So that was really very good. And in fact, this two-day discussion includes everybody's experiences, etc. Now, having said that, I wish you well, definitely. I wish the organization well. We too also concluded with the business summit. The government concluded with the business summit. The master of ceremonies was asking whether, I don't know whether he hinted at this, whether the government is thinking of something for women separately in entrepreneurship. Now, yes, this is something which I think all of us need to work on, because I think statistics show otherwise, that yes, women are yet to reach those heights maybe in business entrepreneurship. Yes, you have some stalwarts in the industry, but most of it we still realize it's predominated by, or it's dominated by the men. But having said that, actually I feel it's just that one needs to have that business sense or the knack for to do business. I don't have. So I don't have. I just take everybody straight in the words that they say, and that will not work in business. You have to be, I'm not saying devious or something, but that strategy is very important. So anybody who's good in it, that's why I find a lot of such micro-entrepreneurship. What the government this government does is also believes in inclusion. So no person is left behind. So when you work on a theme like inclusion, there is a dedicated focus by the government on self-help groups, because then you look at a huge number. There's a focus on micro enterprises, micro, medium or small enterprises. Then you have people working maybe out of their homes, out of very small spaces. But yes, they are working and they're all coming together for a particular product, which the product that we see, but we do not see the hands and the minds behind and the numbers behind. This inclusion is something which West Bengal has done very well, for which we are the second highest in MSMEs in the country. Not only that, women MSMEs or women self-help groups is something that we are the highest in the country. And the women in muslin or women in textiles, the entrepreneurship, this is when the government promotes it, is the highest. So in that particular textile, the muslin work, you have only women in huge numbers, which is the highest in the country. So it is something that you excel. When you look at the tea gardens, those nimble fingers, it is the woman. I think most of the time, even in the pictures that you show, you would showcase the woman, you know, with the huge basket behind her. It's that nimble fingers, or young woman with nimble fingers. So it is important. We are contributing in a big way. And yes, of course, when we did discuss during the summit, we found lots of educational initiatives in which there were many women with various projects. So it is no, I think we, as a whole, believe in mainstreaming. We know there's no gender discrimination kind of. It's only when you want to evaluate figures to look at the gender gap, that's when you need to highlight all this. But believe me, from where we are, from the opportunities that all of us get, from the access that all of us here in the urban scenario that we get, we should not really be talking about discrimination. But again, as we said, then you wouldn't even have needed the women's reservation bill. But you need, because you never start on a level playing field. We wouldn't have done this if that boy and the girl, the children in the family, were given the same kind of food, the same kind of access to education, etc., etc. If everything was similar, then we would not have needed this reservation bill. You really need to reserve. That's why as a proponent of the bill, because the opportunities are unequal, the discrimination starts from as small as that age. You know, I am not saying anything about any language as that matter, but you will see that the boy may be going to an English medium school. I'm not prioritizing or highlighting any particular language, but this is the mindset. You may find the boy going to an English medium school while the girl has been sent to a vernacular school. There's nothing wrong in that. But then only, that difference starts. You will find that the girl, these setups, the scenarios that we work with all across the state, you will find that the girl completes some jobs at home, maybe helps some mother, and then goes to the school. But the boy just walks out after having his meal and goes to school. These are things that we need to change amongst ourselves. It's the mindset that we need to change. Female infanticide would be done with. You are not allowed to be born if you are a female. If that is going to be the, what we are fighting against, then obviously there is a lot of battle and struggle that we have to do. So we are progressing, all of us are, all over the country. So it is basically, again, ultimately the mindset. Otherwise you will not have neighbors. Maybe you look across and you find there are about 3-4 girl children and they're continuing because they want a son. Why? So, I do ultrasound. I look at a woman with pregnancy and I do ultrasound of the pregnant woman. I think we've stopped listening to those questions, but there was a time when the mother-in-law would stand while I was doing the scan and ask, "Bachcha kya gender hai?" So I said that, first of all, the law bans you. Secondly, I'm not interested. I don't look at the gender. So I kept telling them that this is not the way you approach. That the woman, your daughter-in-law, is lying out there and the mother-in-law is asking what gender is the child. So that's where, we feel bad. Then again, there were such instances. It's very, in medical profession, it comes when maybe the patient is with me alone, is saying, "एक बार जो दी छेले है, अब इस बार अगर लड़का हो, तो हमको घर से बाहर नहीं निकालेंगे." Things that we've heard in the past, but we don't hear anymore. So there will be such instances. It's basically our mindset that we need to alter. So if everything comes on a level playing field, who gets the newspaper first at the home? Who gets? Who gets to read it first? You may get it, but you don't get to read it because you will complete certain domestic. It's such a simple question, and we once had this questionnaire. We threw it to the audience and said, sincerely answer, who reads the newspaper first at the home? Nahi, hum to nahi padhte. I need to complete, I have to do this responsibility. We shoulder the responsibility. That's why it's always mother and child, never father and child. That's why it's Women and Child Development Department. Do you even hear it? Man and Child Development Department. No, it's just, I mean, it is all that which is undergoing a metamorphosis. And if everything comes all right, then what was your name? Sorry, Saurabh will not come with this question to us. That what women in business. I think women are in aviation, women are in navy, army, everywhere. In mountaineering, in everywhere that they are. I think even here we will get that achievement. You know, today we very simple things, and we need to discuss this. We cannot keep this in, no, this is only for us to discuss. What is it? Women at one point of time at workplaces were discussing gender parity in vis-a-vis pay. Oh, the man gets, for the same job, he gets more than I get. So there was a pay parity that they used to fight for. Today they are also saying, why don't we get menstrual leave? You cannot keep this as a subject, oh, the men are there, we cannot be hush hush. We have to have these discussions in the open. It has to be as appropriate and as decent that all of us participate in such discussions. Oh, what is your view on this? Yes, we need to give her that leave during those days of menstruation. She may or may not take it, but it's something you need to accept. So things like that. We can go on and on, but really, thank you for this wonderful program that you are having, and wonderful people, wonderful thoughts, and wonderful enterprise. Obviously, এগিয়ে বাংলা যদি বলে থাকি, তো বাংলা তখনই এগোবে পয়েন্টার্সের মাধ্যমে আপনারা যখন এগোবে, তাহলে বাংলা তো এগোবে। ভালো থাকুন, ধন্যবাদ, নমস্কার। Thank you. Wish you a wonderful day today.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for very encouraging words. I would be requesting Manoshi ma'am also share some comments, but maybe if I may take your permission and just request Dr. Arnab Basu, who would like to just share with all of us, very quickly, that how this business forum has been expanding based on what ma'am mentioned, like even beyond our geographies, maybe Kolkata or beyond. Dr. Arnab Basu, if you can quickly give us some points and we move to Manoshi.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for these encouraging words. So I just will take a few moments to give a brief about what Pointers Business Forum is all about. So Pointers Business Forum started in 2020 with a handful of students from South Point High School alumnus, and who were into business and independent professionals. So the idea was, during COVID, can we help our alumni connect together? At that point in time, we were actually searching for different things, how can we help each other? That was a simple thought that started. And from a handful, 7 members, today we are proud to say that we have 750 plus members and growing. And from a WhatsApp group, this is a Section 8 company. It's a registered body, and our members are spread across the globe, from London to Singapore. Even we have members in Kenya as well. So and one of the interesting aspect is, in this entire 5 years, the journey has been interesting. We started during COVID to vaccinate all our alumni. We did 2 drives. In fact, ma'am, at your off-beat CCU, we did that. And also we run an accelerator program where we call it RISE, RISE, Resilient Innovative Startup Ecosystem, where our alumni gets an opportunity to pitch to outside people who can actually help them in growth and funding. Then we also do Pointers Business Forum picnic as well, to bond among our members. We do a lot of cultural programs, and at the same time, what we are trying to do is, from within our fraternity, there are established businesses, there are startups, as well as there are independent professionals who, after a long stint in corporate, they are trying to come up to entrepreneurship. So we are trying to actually engage them, so that how can this be taken as an opportunity to showcase that from Bengal also business can grow to global levels. So that was an interesting thought. I thought that we should share with you, so that when there are business programs and all happening, we can always come join hands together to create this at a better level. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Arnab, for very, very encouraging words. And yes, absolutely, we have like independent practitioners, singers, who are part of the forum, because at the end of the day we are supporting each other in our way of impact. We would love to hear some reflections on this note with Manoshi ma'am, from Manoshi ma'am. Manoshi ma'am, if you would just like to share your thoughts being with Pointers Business Forum, and how do you see this grow? We would be really happy to know your views. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to be in this platform with Shashidi. I had heard during the COVID times, I don't know whether it's the same group, alumni from South Pointers were there together to help the elderly people in the city to bring medicines, to bring medical help to them. And I was really, really admiring that gesture because it was the most needed help during those times. Whether this is the Pointers or not, but really congratulations to such a step for this 5 years of journey of this team to be together. After all, the alma mater matters. The bonding between the school mates matters. And it's a platform by which all of them are together for such a wonderful purpose. On Women's Day, nothing like it. But yes, it's true that the term men is already in women. We should not separate men with women because we are equally capable, equally confident, and we are being able to bring about the changes. If there's any thoughts, difference between men and women, it is not in the, maybe not in the metros if I'm not wrong. These days we have to take the grooming sessions to the suburbs, to the rural sectors, where definitely there is a difference, but it's our job to bring about that change, and women are going to that level, to the skies, to the seas, for businesses. An example is the Bengal Business Council, where it was a day, I should honestly mention, it was a day when it was a huge session from BBC, and when I saw that all the 7 on the platform were men, I did not attend the program. And that is the day when I made it a point from my management school, we are going to have a session to prove women are equally well doing businesses. And I think our partners are there even better with their businesses because women are balancing the family, the office together. Yes, men also are, but we also should think that we are equally confident, we are equally competent. But thank you so much. This platform will help all the alumni of South Point to be together, to bring women together, and also bring the confidence in women that they can equally function well. All the best. 5 years, may we also attend such programs another decade after and in a much, much bigger way. All the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Key words taking away, alma mater matters. So I think that's very important. Thank you. This will really ring a bell, and also the fact that men is already there in women. So I might just move to our very, very own Mr. Raj Khandelwal. A big round of applause for the Managing Director of Dhamwantari Group to be with us and share his words of wisdom. Thank you, sir.
I'm a little scared, understand? Because the way Dr. Sashi Panja and Dr. Manoshi Roychaudhury have put up, with due respect, let me tell you very honestly, that women are not far behind as per data I have in my business and industry, chambers and all. They are rather 13 or 14% up in last 5 years in the industry and of course in every sphere. So I congratulate Shadhuwat Janai, South Pointers Conclave and Expo K to take it forward there. When the other day Dr. Arnab came to me, they said you must come. I said I'm not a pointer, my son is a pointer, but yes, I'll come because I need to learn. But only one small message for each entrepreneur taking business as a full-time practice, that you need to be hunger to do business and to learn, because in now times are so changing fast, the entire industry in every sphere. You need to have that cutting edge technologies, manpower handling, every finances, everything you need to plan, strategize, otherwise you won't be able to, it will not be easier for you to do. Maybe education, maybe any industry, but you need to reinvest, re-strategize your manpower planning, team building. The market is such now, I can tell you, I'm into business. When I started 40 years ago, I was the only one in the country. Let me put you very honestly. In the name of the chain pharmacy, Dhamwantari started in Paschim Banglar in 1984 first. Apollo came after me. I was the first. So, why I thought then? Because even my parents were scared. We were 4 siblings. My parents were scared that you are in the job already with the Birlas. Why you want to leave job and do the business? I understand their concern. That in those days, nobody come forward. I am the first generous businessman. That is what I share with you. Do your homeworking properly. When putting your money, or an investor like me, if I want to support you, I will to see how hungry you are to do. You may fail. Attempts, you take 10 attempts, maybe 5 can go, 6 can go, fail. But you have to be that hunger to learn. Otherwise, you won't be able to survive, you're not able to thrive, you're not able to grow. That is what whole idea is about. I once again, Manoshi diye ja bolechen, khub khati kotha bolechen, women er moddhe kintu MEN last day ase, age WO. So, let us respect them on a special day. My highest regards and respect for each one of them. Thank you very much.
We would request our members to kindly felicitate Dr. Sashi Panja. Big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, ma'am, for your time and valuable energy, your wisdom. We look forward to stay in touch with you. May I please request Manoshi ma'am, thank you so much for your time, for your valuable words, encouragement. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Manoshi Roychaudhury to be with us and inaugurate Pointers Business Forum Conclave Expo 2025, the 4th edition. A big round of applause once more. May I please request Mr. Raj Khandelwal, Managing Director, Dhamwantari, to also be felicitated by our governing body member. A big round of applause once more. Thank you, Mr. Raj, for sharing your words, your inputs, your words of encouragement.